It's going to be New South Wales to kick off. Queensland with first use of the football. Lauren Brown, the hero of the 2024 series. Who is going to put their hand up and make a claim to be player of the series this year? It was a magnificent series in 2024. And this is shaping up to be even better for 2025. The Women's 2025 State of Origin Series is underway. Enjoy it on Nine's Wide World of Sports. Enjoy the ride over the next 70 minutes of rugby league. And it's a welcome back to Origin football for Samima Taufa getting involved in that tackle. The number 8 for New South Wales missed last year's series with a shoulder injury. That would have hurt her. And she loves the fierceness of the opening minutes of an Origin clash. Brown to dummy half. Elliston, there's a good shot. But still managed to make a few metres. Davis in the tackle. Johnston was there as well. They go down the short side for Brigginshaw to drive that downfield for a 40-30, but it's out on the full. She didn't have the angle, and this is an opportunity early for New South Wales.
Yeah, she went early then. Ali Brigginshaw chose to kick it on the fourth. She didn't have a lot of pressure. Yasmin Clydesdale gave her a little bit of time, but that's Origin footy. They had plenty of numbers in every tackle there, New South Wales, and it's a great start. Have gone to war early with their defence.
Well, what an opportunity it is here for New South Wales as Samima Taufa, 35 metres away on tackle one. Southwell, overlooked last year, back in the team. Johnston with a good run. On debut at 24 years of age, Ali Johnston plays it. Here's an opportunity. It's with Chapman. Fighting in the tackle, 8 metres away. Apps goes to dummy half, the veteran. Still a number of tackles left up their sleeve as Johnston wrapped up. 9 away. 2 tackles left in the set. Davis, hard and fast goes Koenig. Can she reach out? She'll be made to play it just short. Last play, New South Wales. Southwell puts in a kick in the goal area. It's a beauty. What a kick. Jessie Southwell, a repeat set coming for the Blues.
Doesn't get much better than that. What a great opening set from New South Wales down at this end of the field. Stretched them out to the right-hand side, came back at the posts, almost forced their way over, and then finished off the set of 6 very skillfully there from Jessie Southwell. Great opening.
Lauren Brown goes short. It goes 10. It's knocked back by New South Wales, still knocked back, and now it's play on for the Blues. They got it eventually. And they'll continue to maintain this pressure, this early pressure on Queensland. Koenig plays it, 10 away from the line. They go to Southwell. Southwell lets a couple of runners go. And then Kelly is wrapped up. Only 3 metres away. Brigginshaw was in the tackle there for Queensland. Here's Samima Taufa, gets the legs pumping. Brill in the tackle along with Brown. Davis, will she go herself? No, she goes to Johnson. It hits a Queensland player. 6 more tackles. Davis has got it back. And then the tackle made by Lafippo. Set restart here for New South Wales after that mistake. There's a Queenslander that fell, and there's a knock-on. No knock-on is the call. It touched a Queensland player before a Blue, so it's another restart of the tackle count as Johnston has it. Davis. Koenig going for the line again. Forced back in the last minute there by the Maroons defence. They're just holding on, you think, here, Queensland. It's with Southwell. Now running back on the angle and almost getting to the line as Clydesdale out the back to Davis. Now Johnston. Johnston finds Apps. Here goes Kessie. Gives it to Sanchez! First try, New South Wales!
Well, it was impeccable ball movement from New South Wales, and they were just able to build so much pressure. First of all, it was off Jessie Southwell's little kick, and then they got a couple of extra chances. We see here on the Harvey Norman replay just to build that pressure, but Yasmin Clydesdale, she took the line on, found a little bit of space, and The big middle forward, Ellie Johnston, let one rip to Kezzy Apps. She handed it over. She knew the strike power that she had just outside her. Here's Kezzy Apps, took the line on, and those few steps were crucial, just in holding Taryn Aiken in. And Jess Surgis, she knows her power. She went right over Gus.
Certainly did. That was weighted possession, but by the same token, there was a lot of skill in those few sets of 6 there. New South Wales really tested them. For the most part, Queensland were terrific in defence. Some really desperation saves from them. But in the end, they stripped them short for numbers out on this right-hand side. And Jessica Surgis, Pindery is back through the dummy, surged into the in-goal. Surging from Surgis, as they say.
Yes, she did it so well in her 10th Origin tonight, Jess Surgis. One of the stars of the women's game is Jess Surgis.
Beautiful ball movement, like really crisp passing. Remembering these girls haven't played any football leading into this series. They virtually come in with their camps as their only preparation. Training is their only preparation.
Southwell struck it magnificently. What a kick. First blood to New South Wales in the series opening Women's State of Origin match for 2025 here at Suncorp Stadium. Game 2 in a fortnight from now at Allianz Stadium in Sydney. Tickets are available for that one. Great start for New South Wales. Alpha on the charge. Let's take your sideline. We've never been able to yet because there's been so much happening. It's a very good evening, Darren Lockyer. Lockie.
Evening, Salty. Yeah, great start there for the Blues. With conditions, well, I don't think you can get any better. It's 19 degrees, not a lot of humidity, and it's clear. There's a little bit of a breeze behind the Maroons in this first half, but down here the conditions are perfect. Just on the grass, it's been a big topic this week. They've replaced over 60% of the grass. I ran into Matty Oliver, the head groundsman, in the tunnels before the game, and they've been working 3 days straight. And last night they went past midnight, so a big effort from them. It looks good.
Well early.
It does look good. Everyone was looking at it. A big magic round coming up this weekend. Just a shade too long, that kick. Only half a yard, but Tamika Upton made a real bird of that. She can't take the tap. She's got teammates offside. I don't know why that matters. If they don't get involved, who cares? Just another rule we can change, Peter.
Come on, Gus. Robinson plays it. Brigginshaw. Now Sisolka. Good defence there on Sisolka. Frezard on debut with a driving tackle. Teitzel. Well, what a start it has been for New South Wales, and let's take the opportunity now to check in with their coach, John Strange. John, thanks for your time, mate, and what a start for your team. Must be very happy.
Yeah, good start. They got into the game well. The first defence, you said, really strong and dominant. And then, we got a couple of 6 agains there, which gave us a lot of footy on the line, and the girls were good enough to capitalise.
Stranger, you made your mark when you were selecting this team, but everything looks well and truly organised. Jessie Southwell put her hand up early. You're happy with what you've seen from both halves to start the game?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they haven't had much opportunity yet, but
Oh, hold on, John, because Queensland are in. Sienna Lafippo scores a try off a kick, and Queensland hits straight back.
Yeah, just the hang time on that one, and it goes to show how important territory is going to be in a state of origin battle. Some devastated faces from the New South Wales women here. We see here on the Harvey Norman replay. Just gets nice and under the ball, Taryn Aiken. Pushes it back. They're devastated, left them on the ground, but this is the battle that they needed to get right. Abby Church on debut, she got out-leapt off Julia Robinson's shoulder. So play on, it went backwards, and Queenslander on the board.
Yeah, well, Julia Robinson, she really chased after that with some energy and got a nice big high leap. Got over the top of Abby Church, knocked it back for Sienna. Darren Lockyer.
Well, I think if Abby Church had a time again, she'd jump for the ball. When you get these end-over-end kicks and you can feel that the attacking team's coming on you got to leave the ground. I mean, they did well, the Queenslanders, to get the ball back and score off that, but try confirm. But yeah, Abby Church probably needed to leave the ground that time.
Yeah, Abby didn't get a lot of protection from her teammates. It was all Maroon jumpers going through there after the ball. No attempt to try to run them off their line.
Lauren Brown converts. A try apiece inside the opening 10 minutes. Queensland and New South Wales. Good start for the 2025 Women's State of Origin Series. Did that ball come out? It did, so here's an error. Keely Joseph has coughed it up, and now the Blues will go on the front foot.
Well, the physical confrontation out here is immense. There's plenty in the tackles. They're really belting into each other. No wonder the ball's come loose there. Both teams really pumped up for this Origin one. As I say, none of them have been playing any football. They've just been in simulated training sessions getting ready for this big game.
What an opportunity it is for New South Wales. 20 metres away. Benatani Gray plays it to Davis. And that ball, that might have been knocked on, dragged towards the Queensland goal line. It was, so an error here from the Blues.
Yeah, real miscue there. Miscommunication. Long pass out of dummy half, and no one really wanted to take ownership of it. It's a let off for the Maroons.
35-minute halves. We're playing tonight and for the series. Queensland looking to attack from deep inside their own territory. The firepower, Alana, that's on display tonight for both teams. You talk about strike, Tamika Upton, Julia Robinson, Shanae Sasolka for Queensland, Jamie Chapman, Jess Surgis, Isabel Kelly. Great athletes, terrific footy players, but I want to see this game open up so we can see them in full flight like we saw Jamie Chapman here last year as Queensland get a penalty.
Yeah, and I think we will. I think once that middle third gets dominated and owned by one particular team, that's when we'll see these outside backs in particular, and/or Tamika Upton through the middle. They'll find their space. There'll still be a little bit of a battle in the middle, bring some fatigue into the game, but you're right, Salty, there's some absolute weapons on both sides.
A big test now for the Blues.
Teitzel, good defence. No prizes for guessing who's in there. It's Taufa. Quick play the ball though. Joseph. Tackle there by Clydesdale and Koenig in over the top. Taufa down low. Brown. They'll go down the short side. Teitzel. Dummy to Sasolka. Wrapped up by Southwell. She did well. Had some help, of course, there from Kelly, who's a great defender. Upton from dummy half will be denied. Brown. Just had to wait for that one, did Joseph. Lost a bit of momentum and will play the ball 8 metres away from New South Wales line. Brown. Goes to Upton. Upton with a lovely pass to Sissoko. Can't find Peters. And it was the last, so it's a changeover. New South Wales ball. Good defence, the Blues.
Yeah, it was good defence, but they kept them up. Queensland kept their feet that entire set. You could see Tamika Upton. She nearly got a sniff. Ball hits the deck here from the Blues. And it just goes to show how dangerous Queensland can be if they get those quick play to balls. I think the aim for New South Wales, there it is. Tamika Upton, she got that quick play to ball, and she was oh so close. They can't let that happen. They've got to tighten up, try and wrestle them to their backs and slow those play the balls down, New South Wales.
Apps. Strong run from Kessie. No doubt she would have done it with a smile on her face as well. She loves it. And here's Davis off the back of it. Good run there from the Blues, number 9. Kernick goes in the dummy half, and that urgency has earned them the penalty, and Davis takes the quick tap. Was she interfered with there before she ran 10 metres. Play on, says Belinda Sharp, and New South Wales with an ideal opportunity. Kernick the dummy half. Southwell inside the Taufa. Taufa wrapped up. 22 away. Now Kernick, short ball, Johnston. Ellie Johnston with a strong charge, 9 away from the line. Davis, look to Southwell, goes to Kernick. Kernick, that's in behind Abby Church, it'll be play on. She gets the ball back, she's dangerous in this situation, Abby Church. Terrific runner of the football.
She cleaned that up well. She cleaned that up very well because both halves were stuck on the right edge.
Knocking on the door, New South Wales. Southwell, quick hands, through the hands they go, and this will be a try to Kelly.
Number 5.
Quick ball movement by New South Wales, and they reclaim the lead through Isabel Kelly.
Well, Isabel Kelly, she knows how to finish things off, but have a look at the class of Jessie Southwell. We'll get to see it here on the Harvey Norman replay. It didn't all go to script, but Olivia Kernick gets the footy to Jessie Southwell. She just takes that one little step, tips it on, and they're able to keep that overlap of players. Just really subtle footy. Watch this. Just tips it on to Yasmin Clydesdale, and she knows she needs to find her centre nice and quick. Great footy, great teamwork again, Gus.
Well, that's just maturity and composure beyond her years, Jessie Southwell. This ball bounces. Wayne Bennett there with the boss, Peter V'landys. Jessie Southwell's play there, for the ball to bounce and her not panic with defence running up in her face, was maturity and composure beyond her years. She was just so calm with it. Watch this. The ball will hit the ground, but doesn't panic, and even had time just to change her line a little bit to draw defenders in, and that created the space out on the outside. That's a brilliant play. Ball hit the ground. Jessie Southwell doesn't panic, comes up with a great pass, and that creates the space.
That's the signs of a footballer that has grown up with a footy in her hands 24/7. It just looks all so natural.
We just saw Isabel Kelly and Keely Davis about to have a chat to referee Belinda Sharp. She waved them away. We'll keep you up to date with what might transpire as Southwell from the touchline. This one waved away.
Okay, so you want to make, Keely, stay here. Do you want to make a formal allegation? Okay, so can you tell me when it happened? Which field position? Just before the penalty. Okay. Which eye? Which eye? This one. Okay. I'll put it on report.
So a 4-point lead for New South Wales after the Isabel Kelly try.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of drama though. Following that try, I think there's been an official complaint from one of the Blues players alleging something of an eye gouge back in play. Now, they haven't called the player out that's been accused, but referee Belinda Sharp has put it on report. And the Blues player was asked several times whether or not she wanted to go on with it, and she was quite determined. So we'll get that chased up during the halftime break.
There's a penalty, New South Wales. Keely Davis is the player involved from New South Wales who made the complaint alongside her captain, Isabel Kelly.
That penalty was a great reward. Kennedy Cherrington's come on for New South Wales and already a huge impact with their first hit up. They just reap the rewards off that. They're getting very close to that Westpac red zone already.
So New South Wales on the front foot. Here's Cherrington again with a strong run. They lead by 4. Halfway through the opening half. Koenig, 25 away. Davis, Southwell, into the line, then passes to Clydesdale. Davis, now Koenig, Southwell, quick hands. Oh, great hands from Apps. In traffic, she did really well. And gets a quick play the ball. Koenig with some fancy footwork close to the line, but is brought down and will be made to play it. Davis, Southwell on the last. Rubber kick into the in-goal area is another magnificent kick from Jessie Southwell, and another repeat set coming for New South Wales.
She got the ball on a string, hasn't she? So composed. Comes to a defence rushing, nicely weighted into the in-goal. This is the second time she's forced a line dropout.
It's fascinating because coming into this game, my one concern over the Blues was that Jessie Southwell was the only dominant kicker with Tiana Penatani-Gray, but Queensland just don't seem to be putting enough kick pressure on her. New South Wales get another penalty, so again, this pressure, it continues to build.
Surges tackled in mid-air by Rory Owen, the Parramatta Eels outside back, who's on debut for Queensland tonight. 21 years of age. Touch football background for Owen. Big night for her. Here's Apps. Superstar from Bega playing it. Koenig to Taufa. Destiny Brill with a good tackle, along with Brown. Davis. Now Penatani-Gray into the line. Great acceleration. Queensland defence are up to it there. Davis held it up beautifully for Cherrington, and Brill did so well. A metre away. Southwell, what does she do this time? Church, great footwork, even better pass. Oh, what a pass from Kelly! And Frezard is in the corner. Magical football from New South Wales. What a try! And Frezard scores on debut.
Yeah, Frezard scores on debut, and that woman there, Abby Church in the middle, well, she had a very big contribution to why that happened. The Harvey Norman replay, Keely Davis rips one out from dummy half. Jessie Southwell gets it to Abby Church, who just did brilliantly in contact. She was able to use her football, stay balanced enough to let go of that last pass, which was crucial. Here she is here. A little bit of footwork, just takes the opposition centre out of the scheme of things, and they find Jamie Frezard on the wing.
Well, there's a couple of great passes in that movement. Well, they were all great passes, from dummy half to first receiver. Abby Church hits the hole off balance, throws a looping pass to Isabel Kelly, who had to dive forward to catch it, realised she wasn't going to keep her footing, and immediately sprung the ball out to the wing. So a couple of great passes, instinctive passes. Darren Lockyer.
Well, the Maroons outside backs, they're coming out off the line. This replay here will show it well. They're coming out of the line, but they're not stopping the football. That's what happened with the last try as well. So they've got that mentality. They want to come out and jam their defence, but they're not stopping the football, and still takes a bit of skill for the Blues to get in there in the corner. But if the Maroons keep doing that and don't stop the football, there'll be more tries coming down that side.
New South Wales up and about with the 8-point lead.
They're a beautifully prepared football team at the moment. I mean, this is just brilliant rugby league.
Southwell from the touchline. She just had this putt, missed it the first time, and overcorrected, no goal.
Stay on side. Julia!
New South Wales with a 14-6 lead over Queensland here at Suncorp
Stay on.
Stadium.
Stay behind.
3 tries to 1. The last 2 tries going unconverted.
Well, it's really been a blitz. Powerful running and skillful ball playing.
Oh, what a collision! Destiny Brill got sent to Caxton Street. Cherrington, the energy off the bench. Here we go. Well, Brown it was. Brown under the... Oh, this is great stuff.
Well, she made an impact from that very first run off the bench, Kennedy Cherrington, and I can promise you her foot will not come off the pedal.
There's about 3 of them she sent packing there. Kennedy Cherrington. New South Wales on the front foot. Here she goes again.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of fatigue creeping into Queensland at the moment. This is when they've got to roll those sleeves up even further, dig deep, try and earn some of that territory back.
Southwell goes high. They let the ball bounce. And Upton, no harm done. Apps with the tackle. Well, the Maroons are doing something they haven't had for a while, and that's got the ball in hand, and this will help things, Alana.
Yeah, this will help a lot. They need a little bit of front foot footy here.
Marley, you've got some breaking news for us.
Yes, I'm just keeping an eye on Tiana Penatani-Gray. She was being seen by the physio on the field a little bit earlier, hopping on one leg, getting a knee looked at. She's certainly staying involved in the action. She's tough as nails, but a few times I've seen her jump back on that knee, looking like she's in a little bit of pain, so I'll keep you updated there. We're also just watching Emma Veron, who is about to enter the field for the very first time for the Blues.
And for the very first time as Emma Veron.
Is she okay?
Knee
I
Tonegado.
think it's accidental.
Here's Surgis, who's in a little bit of strife here. Just fell awkwardly in the tackle. Oh, got a boot, stray boot, and then fell awkwardly.
Yeah, got their legs caught up. Your leg's only supposed to move one way, not that way. Hopefully it's just a scare. Sometimes when you get it like that, you just need to be checked out.
Do you think you could get your legs to move that way at the moment, Gus?
No.
Yeah, international basketball returns to Wide World of Sports with the Trans-Tasman Throwdown. The Opals and Boomers clash in a double-header with their old rivals, the Tall Ferns and the Tall Blacks, over 3 big nights starting Wednesday, the 7th of May. Don't miss every match. Exclusive, live and free on Go and 9 now. Surgis taking her place back in the New South Wales defensive line, which is good to see, Gus.
Yeah, she's tough. And, you know, you get a twist like that, it can scare you because you can just feel things going the wrong way. Thankfully, the tangle ended before anything serious was done. She's been checked out. And back she goes into a position.
There's 11 and a half minutes left in the half. Can Queensland create something here? Aiken with a nice pass to Teitzel. Ronnie Teitzel will play at 21 away from New South Wales line. A rare venture down this end of the field for the Maroons. And Brown has put it down.
She's in the rock.
But, no, Taupo thinks she's away, but it's a penalty, Queensland.
Watch her. Come off.
She knew exactly what she was doing then, Lauren Brown.
So she's in the ruck, so she's offside and play breaks down, so we can't play on.
I think Jess Surgis's little break was exactly what Queensland needed. They were under a lot of fatigue. They've now had a chance to regroup. Even just those last 2 play the balls, their attacking shape and structure looked far more dangerous.
Well, we know how experienced and talented this Queensland spine is. From this close range with a full set of 6, they'll certainly give a big examination of this New South Wales defence.
A few committee meetings happening out in back players. Aiken, lovely pass and steaming onto it. and scoring a try on debut is Rory Owen. Queensland do hit back with a beauty.
And that's the danger of Queensland. Taryn Aiken getting quick play the ball, quick footy. They do it so well. Gus Gould referenced the danger of their spine, and when that play the ball happens, Taryn Aiken, you get to see here on the Harvey Norman replay, she demands the footy. Look at her take the line on. She's got the football in two hands. She accelerates straight in the middle of two defenders. Ali Brigginshaw delivers the footy. Watch Taryn Aiken here. She makes sure that she can engages two defenders, and then all Rory Owen has to do is just hit the inside shoulder of her opposition centre. Did it perfectly, but Taryn Aiken, what a dangerous play out with a little bit of momentum.
She played that so well. She was able to get across the defender that was marking her and get to Penatani Gray and hold her up, and that's where the gap was created. I remember a Queensland 5'8" used to do that. Anyway, how is Darren Lockyer down there?
Yeah, she didn't give up on the play, Gus. She knew she had to get to Penatani Gray, and she didn't give up. She kept going until she got it. We see Lauren Brown. Can she add the extras? She sure can.
Two-point ball game, Origin 1. Queensland hit back. It is 3 tries to 2.
Yeah, the goal kicking plays its part, doesn't it? New South Wales have looked very dominant for passages of this game, but Queensland, as they always do, just keep hanging in there. Hanging in there. And all of a sudden we're back to a 2-point ball game.
Have you seen this movie before, Gus?
Yeah, I've seen The Nightmare before.
Penalty, so another piggyback down to New South Wales end of the field. A crusher tackle there.
Yeah, getting their own run of possession now. We'll see the spine go to work again.
Sherrington, the player, penalised. Brown will shoot for touch. No, she won't. She takes a tap. So on the halfway line, Queensland. Wheel will play it. Into New South Wales territory they go. Koenig's in a bit of trouble in back play. And keep an eye on her. Lafippo thought about an offload. There is Olivia Koenig. Now Brigginshaw into the line and passing the Teitzel. Clydesdale and Southwell doing well. Late offload. Brown. Lauren Brown scheming. Upton lurking through the centre. Oh, good tackle. Kezzy Apps. That's a try saver. Quick play the ball. Aiken with a kick, and that's been cleaned up. New South Wales have got a great scramble from the Blues.
Wow, didn't they do well? I think they're going to stop play here because of Olivia Koenig. But Kezzy Apps, she's come up with a few huge plays this game already. Some massive runs and even bigger tackles. That's where she got caught up.
I think Olivia got a knee right in the under the sternum here, probably right in the stomach as she went down there. If you're not ready for it, that can really wind you and it can hurt. You can see there she's just doubled over, struggling to get a breath. There's no worse feeling. It's when you don't see it coming that hurts. I don't know, a fight coach used to say to me, you'll never get knocked out by the punch you see.
How'd you go in the ring?
Hey?
How did you go in the ring?
I tried to keep out of it, if you really want to know.
I'm sure there's an error. No, penalty, had some help. Penalty starting to mount in both teams. New South Wales will love this helping hand to get out of their own danger zone. Jessie Southwell. That's a terrific touch finder. Risky, but terrific.
She's so confident in her craft, Jessie Southwell. Olivia Koenig's coming good. The air's getting back into the lungs.
Surgis on the halfway line. Plays the ball for New South Wales. Here's Koenig. Ten metres inside Queensland territory go New South Wales. That's a lovely pass from Chapman. Early ball, and this is a good battle. I haven't seen a lot of the football, Julia Robinson and Jamie Chapman, but they're two of the stars of NRLW going head-to-head tonight.
Just wait, Salty. It'll come.
Oh, lost it in the play, the ball. Apps is saying challenge. Will there be a captain's challenge? What does Isabel Kelly say?
Where do you want the scrum?
No challenge
Scrum line.
forthcoming.
It'll be that one.
Yeah. 28 minutes into the contest. It's been a frenetic pace. A little bit of fatigue getting in. That can lead to a little bit of frustration and lack of concentration.
Will the ball pop out here?
Gee whiz, that's a bit harsh.
Wow.
They should have challenged.
She wanted to.
Let off there for Queensland, that's for sure, as Peters wrapped up. Brown goes to dummy half. Teitzel. What a weekend we've got in store. Magic round. We're here every day for you. Tomorrow night, Roosters v Dolphins. Isn't that a clash and a half? Then Saturday afternoon, plenty of storylines to come out of this one. Souths and Newcastle will be on air from 2 o'clock.
It's a massive weekend of rugby league. 8 really good games, really good games. Hard to pick the winners.
Queensland into New South Wales territory. Papali'i driven back. Some strong New South Wales defence. Now Aiken on the last. Robinson about to put pressure on Chapman. Chapman's put it down. It's with Owen. Owen for the corner. They'll bring it back to the initial knock on. And Queensland will continue to apply the pressure.
Here again, they've left their catcher posted. Julia Robinson was able to skirt around the outside and come up with another grab on the ball. The Blues defended the error, but they're going to have to defend another set of 6 here as Queensland get a scrum win 10 metres out.
It's a fascinating battle, that one, when the ball's coming down, because Jamie Chapman's got at least a foot on Julia Robinson. It's all about that timing, getting up off the ground, winning that battle in the air.
Well, it's hard to jump from a standing position. You've either got to be coming in at the ball or going back at the ball. The chaser's always got the advantage.
Robinson. Good tackle, Sherrington, with the initial contact on the Queensland flyer. Now Brown had them all mesmerised there for a moment. Wheel will go into dummy half. They're only 3 metres away. Brown eventually plays it. Wheel. Hollyman, Brigginshaw, Upton. The call of held comes and Upton plays it. Now running onto that one with urgency is Hollyman. And good, strong defence again off their own line, New South Wales. Brown goes to Teitzel. They're all over Teitzel. Southwell's there, Kelly's there. Now it's with Brigginshaw. Ali with a kick in towards the in-goal area, and it's been cleaned up by Veron, and they'll stay in the field of play. More good defence from New South Wales.
Great defence from New South Wales. You could see Tamika Upton and Taryn Aiken on the left edge. When Romy Teitzel got the footy, they were filthy on the fourth because they wanted a bit of a shift, but great work from New South Wales. Good to see here the Westpac red zone. The play the balls in the opposition 20. New South Wales have really dominated, but Queensland have made it count when they got there.
2.5 minutes left in the half. So important period of the contest. New South Wales with that 2-point lead as Southwell kicking from inside the 40, looking for a 40-30, but Upton takes it, goes beyond the 30, gets it to Peters, and good defence. Jasmine Peters. Now Sissoko. Hailing from Toowoomba, Shanae Sissoko. A couple of metres short of the halfway line. Peters with a second carry and a great tackle. Tongatuki. And that's rattled the young Queenslander. Big moments in this Origin as we head towards half-time. Talk about it too during the break as Aiken is Upton. Upton! Now, will this be a penalty for a hair pull?
I think they got the ponytail. I don't think it was deliberate.
Not quick, they'll play.
But the ponytail was the one that slowed her down. I think she's making a grab at the jersey, she is, but got part of the hair as well. And that was enough to slow Upton down. I think had she not got the hair, Upton pulls through the tackle.
And that's the exact play that they were trying to fire in the set previous. They didn't get that shift, but that's how dangerous they can be. That combination, keep an eye on Taryn Aiken and Tamika Upton just hanging off her shoulder. She can hold in nice and tight because she's got the pace, Tamika Upton, the Queensland fullback.
Tackle one. I think she might be doing a HIA. Tackle one.
Yeah, she looked like she got a bit rattled, Gus.
Well, there's a head clash. Tongatuki and Peters. Queensland foregoing the opportunity to level things up. They had an opportunity to take the two. They're looking for more in the last minute of the half. Here is that collision again between Peters and Tongatuki.
Yeah, I think they can sense some fatigue now in this New South Wales defence, although this will help. The break-in play will help them get some oxygen back into the brain, just to calm their thinking. What do we got left here?
54 seconds.
54 seconds, plenty of time for Queensland.
No, stay there. Wait for your player.
Just waiting for the replacement now.
Keely Joseph coming on. I can guarantee she won't play on the wing. There'll be a reshuffle in the last minute of the half.
Wait till she plays it.
Well, this next 50 seconds determines who leads at half-time.
Just watching this left edge, Taryn Aiken trying to orchestrate something out here.
Come back on.
They've got the big shift ready on the right.
Let's go. Let's go.
She's teed something up on the left.
Well, time's back on. Brigginshaw goes now to Papali'i. Savannah Papali'i will play at 12 away from the line. There's 40 seconds left before the break. Queensland on the front foot. Upton goes short to Lapipo. Scored Queensland's first try of the night. Stopped there 4 metres away. Brown goes to Upton. Why wouldn't you? Upton with a beautiful kick that's been battered dead.
Well, New South Wales is going to keep running into trouble if they don't put these ball runners on the ground. There are too many standing play the balls. Nothing good can come from a standing play the ball for the defensive side.
Clock's on, thank you.
You allow them to stand in the tackles, they play the balls quicker, your defence is not set properly. They've got to put them on the ground.
Stay on, stay on.
Well, just get the dropout in. What the Queensland do here, Brigginshaw kicks, Southwell has it, and that will be half-time. We can take a breath.
Brilliant 35 minutes of Origin football. Gee whiz, just got to stand and applaud these women and the quality of footy that we just saw from both sides. Brilliant stuff.
At the break, it's New South Wales 14, leading Queensland 12. Lauren Brown ready to put boot to ball to get us underway for the second 35. Enjoy the ride. New South Wales with a 2-point lead. Second half underway, and they managed to clean up the kick-off. It could have got away from them, and there's a strong charge again from Cherrington.
I just think that mentally, first points in this second half is going to be so crucial. Whoops. Whoops.
Well, look at the body language of the Queenslanders now.
Scrum line.
Yep, that's a whoops moment. Yep, whoops. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Been playing the ball all your life and you get up and you do that. Why? Why does it happen, Peter?
Lauren.
You were the coach. You tell me.
No, I don't know. If I knew that, I'd still be coaching.
Brigginshaw feeds the scrum. Brown out the back of it. Goes to Aiken. Aiken into the line. And then a lovely pass, but an equally good tackle on Robinson by Penatani, Gray and Surgis. Robinson playing it. Standing off her wing. After that scrum, driving defence. Hollyman taken for a ride.
Good stuff. Get that in here.
15 away. Wheel. Gets to within 10 of the New South Wales goal line. Options both sides here for Brown. She goes to the left. Holds up the pass. Buys it to Aiken. Aiken. Now Robinson back in on an angle and smash. Togatuki over the top with a bone rattler. Now Brown gives the ball to Hollyman, driven back, good defence. Church was there, Apps was there. Last play, Queensland. Upton running onto it, and a kick into the in-goal area. Oh, it just goes dead.
They had to defend that error, and they did it brilliantly. They had numbers in tackles. Their feet never stopped moving, the New South Wales women. And they just put that little bit of pressure and that little bit of doubt in Tamika Upton's mind. She didn't get the perfect pass. Put a little bit too much on the kick, and they get to earn their way out of their own half, New South Wales.
Well, that was outstanding defence, really. Queensland threw plenty at them, and conceding a try there off such an early mistake would have been devastating for them. They turned them away. As Alana said, defended the error.
Marley, you got breaking news for us?
Yes, disappointing news for Queensland debutant Jasmine Peters. She came off for a head injury assessment in the final minute of the first half. During the halftime break, it was raised from a Category 2 to a Category 1 head injury, meaning she will not return tonight.
Oh, that's horrible luck for Jasmine Peters on debut. North Devils Mackay Jr. Southwell with a kick. Here come the chasers. Sasolka's knocked it on. This will be a New South Wales scrum feed.
Oh, hang on. Out here.
New South Wales scrum feed. The first touch was off a blue, so it's a changeover.
Here's the head injury in the first half. Again, going in low. Getting your head caught on the opposition hip.
This is the one from now, Gus. This is Tavana Papali'i.
She's been such a threat, Kezi Apps. That entire first half, she had a huge first half, some really damaging runs, and you can just see how the defence reacted. They know how threatening she's been.
Now, this is always a highlight now on the calendar, isn't it? Stories of Origin podcast returns for Season 4, exploring the history and tales voted by you, the fans. In Episode 1, the likes of Wally Lewis, Phil Gould, Roy Masters reminisce about the arrival of the great Arthur Beetson to the Origin Arena in 1980. Don't miss Stories of Origin, available on 9 Now and wherever you get your podcasts.
It's a brilliant podcast.
Who is it?
They've done a really good job with that. To one of the great Arthur Beetson.
Keely's got to play the ball, tackle
and to one of the commencement of State of Origin,
HIA.
the history of Origin. Not surprisingly,
bring someone on.
the independent doctors asked for an inquiry.
This is Tavana Papali'i, and this is why she is departing the scene.
Tackling low head on. You're inviting that sort of collision into your life.
And Jada Ferguson is on debut. Played her junior football in the Tweeds. Born in Toowoomba, 22 years of age, Jada Ferguson. Wheel for Queensland. Short of the halfway line. Brown kicking down into the corner. Off the boot, it looked pretty good. It's a very good kick, Gus. Right in the in-goal area. Church gets in the field of play.
Great kick. Great kick.
That's the threat of Queensland. Every member of their spine is known for their kicking game. Lauren Brown decided to kick it out of dummy half on the fourth then and just caught New South Wales by surprise. And this This is a dangerous situation, pinning them down in the back end of their corner, turning up in numbers in defence, getting the New South Wales players on their back.
Halfway through the set, New South Wales still inside their own 20 through Chapman, who just gets beyond the 20 now on play 4. More breaking news. We're keeping you busy, Marley.
Yes, another Queensland debutant is off with a HIA. It's Tavana Papali'i. She has a Category 2. She'll have 15 minutes to pass that and return to the match.
Got half an hour left in the match. Inside the 40, Southwell kicks. A couple of bounces. 3 or 4 bounces. Eventually, Sissoko is able to get to it.
Not a lot of urgency then. I'd be disappointed if I was on the Queensland Maroons side.
Robinson. Penatani Gray with the tackle on Julia Robinson. Surges came in as well. Well, there's an error. Owen has put it down.
It's been scooped up too. Queensland has stopped. New South Wales swooped on the ball.
Tackle 0 now for the Blues, Gus, and they're well and truly on the front foot. Look at this.
Samana.
Charrington. Kennedy, Charrington. What a game she's having. Southwell now. Through the hands, Clydesdale, Kelly, and Frezard has a double. What a try, New South Wales.
They were in trouble, Queensland, right from the turnover, because when they dropped the ball, they stood still. New South Wales didn't. They seized upon it. Made ground on the very next play, the Harvey Norman replay. Here's the error, and Queensland sort of stopped, just assuming a scrum. New South Wales seized upon it, come up with a really good charge into the middle of the field. Kennedy gets through, nearly scores herself, and then it's just putting the ball through the hands out to the edges. Lovely skill again. This left-hand side for New South Wales has been deadly all night. Brilliant stuff.
The urgency. This is a point of the game where fatigue starts to creep in a little bit. Isabel Kelly, she straightens up on Shanae Sazolka. I thought that was where we saw the moment in the game just fall apart a little bit from Queensland. Straight from that kick, Shanae Sazolka let it bounce 3 or 4 times, and just from there they didn't show that urgency. New South Wales did. They pounced on the footy. They reset their attacking shape. It was a brilliant run. A brilliant run from Kennedy Charrington, as she's done all day, Lockie, to set up the New South Wales Blues left edge.
Yeah, they were that short out on that side. You see Romy Teisel, she's moved to the centres since Peters has gone off with that HIA, and that might be a bit of a mismatch out there against Isabel Kelly. They had the numbers, but I agree with you, Alana. They looked deflated after Sazolka let the ball bounce a few times.
Southwell from the touchline. It's a big kick in the circumstances, Gus.
Certainly is, but she's a big kicker.
Couple of metres in from touch, waved away.
Okay, stay on side.
6-point lead for New South Wales, 18 points to 12. They do strike first in the second half.
It's 4 tries to 2, too. Also, 4 tries to 2, also.
As well. Yes. There's another good run from Charrington. She almost broke through the line. Right, let's take you down sideline. Millie Elliott has a very special guest in Ruan Sims.
I sure do, Roo. It doesn't get much closer than this for Origin footy. How are the girls at half-time, and what was the message from Strange in the sheds?
Yeah, look, we sort of were piggybacking Queensland out. We were sort of giving them a lot of field position through our errors, but we're playing some really good footy. But tell you what, this is what Origin's about, isn't it? There's plenty of atmosphere. Both sides are ripping in, and the contact's awesome.
And Jamie Frezard, we just saw her go over for her second try on debut. The debutantes are just killing it out there, aren't they?
Yeah, absolutely. They don't look out of place whatsoever, and this is a genuine Origin match. I'm so excited.
All the best for the second half. You look good in a yellow shirt. Back to you, Salty.
Good on you, Millie. Great stuff there with Ruan. Now Southwell. Kicks, here's the contest, great take. Safe under the high ball is Robinson.
She does it so well, doesn't she, Julia Robinson? Tamika Upton, eager as ever to get her hands on the footy. She'll look to pounce. Keep an eye out again. Tamika Upton, Taryn Aiken. They're just going to be waiting for those quick play the balls.
Well contained so far in the game is Tamika Upton. And has looked threatening at times as Tidesell. That's good defence.
Yeah, great physicality.
Clydesdale and Kelly in that tackle. Well, they've created some numbers here, Queensland. Couldn't find the pass for those on the outside. Here's the last play. They'll let this one bounce, New South Wales, so wouldn't be doing that. Oh, couldn't reel it in.
Play on.
And this is play on here for Church.
Gee whiz, Peter. Golden rule.
Got to catch it on the full, don't you?
Don't let it bounce.
What are you doing if you do that, Gus?
If you let it bounce, you invite disappointment into your life. I've had a lot of disappointment in my life. And now I'm depressed.
Don't be silly. New South Wales are up, Gus.
Barron goes to dummy half. Last play, New South Wales. Southwell. Puts up a kick for Chapman, who'll fly high. Oh, great take, Robinson. She doesn't let the ball bounce.
No way in the world. In attack or defence. Challenges for the ball every time. Shows confidence and comes up with the grab again.
And back spending time in the Air Force is Julia Robinson. Saw her deliver the odes in the Anzac Eve match when the Broncos played the Bulldogs here just before Anzac Day. Alliston back out on the field for Queensland. Will play the ball on the last. Just inside New South Wales territory. Regan Shaw from out the belly of the ball. It's a wobbly old kick. Chapman beat one. Can't get away from Lofipo and Robinson.
Well, again, Julia Robinson, she's very well known for her finishing abilities in try-scoring opportunities, but already she tidies up so much for Queensland. Those couple of really good takes. Jamie Chapman, you give her a sniff and she'll take it. She just tidied her up then. There's a lot of cleaning up work as a winger.
Barron scoots out a dummy half. Johnston back out on the field, throwing dummies and throws herself into the Queensland defence. Great impact early on with Ellie Johnston. Here's Southwell. Southwell showing, then going. Ferguson over the top, Brown down low. Here's the last. The kick will come here from Kelleher.
Now, Alana alluded to this earlier about having only one kicker in the team. Jessie Southwell had to play the ball. And they had to manufacture something on tackle 5, and it was a pretty poor option, to be honest. She virtually gave the ball back to Queensland.
I do love seeing Jessie Southwell take the line on like that and back her running game. She needed that inside support there. There was no sign of her fullback. No one hitting that inside option. They need to be running off her.
Upton. They corral Tamika Upton. Kernick and Johnston. Ferguson with a nice pass there to Alliston, who reaches the halfway line. Stands in the tackle and will play the ball on the last. Ferguson. Great positional play there from Church.
Makes such a difference when you get to that ball on the full. Charges it back 15 metres, gets the set of 6 activated. All of a sudden on the front foot, look at this, pulling through tackles.
This is New South Wales' biggest strength, their power game through the middle. You can see meters gain, Kezi Apps and Kennedy Charrington, absolutely no surprise. Those two have had blinders, but I think they need to see their centres get heavily involved in the start of their sets, roll through the middle, get to Jessie Southwell's kicking game, and then they'll open it up on the edges when they earn the right to play down that end of the field.
That was a lovely short ball from Kernick to Surgis, and here they go, New South Wales. 2 tackles left in this set. Kernick, she'll play the ball. 10 away. Southwell position on the short side. Queensland have numbers there. She kicks low for Chapman. Chapman will fly. Oh, what a take Upton. Magnificent under the pressure there of Chapman. The Queensland #1 was magnificent.
She had no right to get that, Tamika Upton. Jamie Chapman, she was on the burst. Got a nice little bit of float and hang time. Get to see it again down here, but Tamika Upton, she's too good.
Did Alana say on the burst?
On the burst?
I haven't heard that since the 70s.
Burst, guys. Run off my hip, on the burst, let's go.
I haven't heard that in commentary since the 70s. She got it on the burst.
I'm old school, Gus.
That's outstanding.
Tackle 4 scrum.
On the burst. If you can give me a fullback chiming into the back line, I'm going to be happy forever.
Where do you want it? Middle, clock's on.
A bit of the late Frank Hyde and Alana Ferguson. Oh. Rabs would have said on the burst a few times too.
Rabs? I don't think he ever did.
No?
No.
Well, an error from Queensland. The Westpac red zone. New South Wales dominating this stat, and they're about to venture down into that Westpac red zone again. Here are the Blues. Set play off the scrum.
Good read by Shanae Sizolka.
Terrific defensive centre is Shanae Sizolka. Cutting down Abby Church, one-on-one. Veron in the dummy half. They're 18 metres away here, New South Wales. Emma Veron. Knee Tonegado will play it. 5 away from the line. Kelly goes in the dummy half. Here's Taufa. Quick play the ball too from Samaima Taufa. Veron goes to Johnston. Johnston for the line! On the charge! What a try! The front runner scores right next to the uprights. And doesn't she love it?
Was she on the burst?
She was on the burst, Ellie Johnston, right then. I thought only front rowers got it on the burst, and she did, right close to the line. Harvey Norman replay, Alana. Take us through it.
It was just a lovely little crash play, and she's had great intensity intent about every time she's in and around the footy, Ellie Johnston. Finally got her chance to put on that Blues jersey, and she's done it so well. She looks like she's been playing Origin footy for years on end. Look at her teammates got around her. Her coach, John Strange, he's pumped. A big moment, crucial timing, and very close for a kicker to be able to convert this one, Lockie.
Yeah, a couple of bookends combined there. Taufa set the play up. She's had a big game, and it was the play the ball before that drew all those defenders into the play the ball area, and then Johnson, she was up against Taryn Aiken there, and she thought, well, this is my chance. I'm close to the line, and she didn't miss. They've had all the ball. They would have done well to hang on there, the Queenslanders. They're under a lot of pressure. They're under a lot of fatigue. And the Blues have got all the momentum right now.
That they certainly do, Lockie. And Jessie Southwell will be thankful for that try, because finally she gets a kick close to the uprights. This to make it a 2 converted try lead. Converts.
Stay on. Yep. Stay on side.
Have a look at that. Hallie Johnston. Great shots. They're the best in the business. The 9 Wide World of Sports crew picked up that determination on the look of Hallie Johnston as she scored a vital try for New South Wales.
Well, I've got to say, their last 10 minutes, New South Wales has been so powerful, really dominant.
Marley, breaking news.
Yes, good news for Queensland. Tavana Papali'i is about to come onto the field. She's passed her HIA. And I just quickly have to tell you, about 3 seconds before Ellie Johnson crossed the line, Millie Elliott next to me goes, it's an Ellie Johnson try. She is the next oracle of rugby league.
Ball there from Millie. Here's Taufa again, Gus.
But did she say on the burst?
Kick from Kelleher. Robinson. No way through as, well, the kicker there, Kelleher made the tackle along with Taufa.
There's two keys to New South Wales winning this game. It's their power game through the middle, and not just the middle forwards when their outside bucks come and chime in, and it's their kicking game. And when they kick like that, there's been a couple of intercepts that haven't gone as good as they could be. They're inviting Queensland into the game, just like they have done now.
A couple of insightful runs there from the Maroons, and halfway through the set, they're inside New South Wales territory. Aiken goes to Upton. Upton, oh, good hands from Owen. Oh, what a strip! Great play, Surgis. 101 steal. She's a thief.
Yeah, we've seen her do that before. Always competing on every play, with or without the ball. Jessica Surgis, she's always trying to get a result. Come up with a great pinch there.
What a play. And Queensland were on a roll in that set of 6, and now it's New South Wales on the front foot. Right. Almost made a meal of that one. Church. Ferguson in the tackle along with Alliston. Now Davis back out on the field. Kelleher. She'll play it on the last. What sort of kick will we see from Southwell here? Again, peppering that corner of the field. They fly high. Queensland have put it down. New South Wales have got it through Penatani Gray. And Penatani Gray is in, but, well, it looked as though... No, she has called a knock-on. I thought Belinda Sharp was going to let play continue to the end, but instead she's certain she saw a knock-on, and Queensland have a let-off.
Well, where's the knock-on? The ball went backwards twice. That's definitely gone backwards. That's gone backwards. Nothing. Nothing.
And no challenge again.
Nothing.
Well, so let play go to the end. The bunker could well be reviewing a New South Wales try. They do get the feed of the scrum here, New South Wales.
Well, you didn't really need a bunker there. You got a linesman and a referee right on the spot. Anyway, Blues have come up with the ball.
Surgis, 5 away. And they find a way through again to extend this lead beyond 2 converted tries. Taufa will play it. Davis to dummy half. Johnston puts it down, and Upton puts it down. So, well, they get a penalty though.
Penalty.
Wow.
Time off.
Well, you take the 2 here, don't you?
Playing in the dummy
certainly
half.
do. Right in front of the posts.
13 and a half minutes remaining. And they will take the 2.
This has been a stunning second half performance, the Blues. They threatened it in the first half, but Queensland kept fighting back. Just reaching around, disrupting the pass. $26,022. There's your crowd right up on the back screen.
Great crowd and great weekend ahead. Dare I say it, a magical weekend awaits for Magic Round 3 sellouts ahead tomorrow night. It's a record crowd as well, turning out in great numbers. Let's break that record in 2 weeks' time at Allianz Stadium, by the way, when we have game 2. Southwell from right in front to make it a 14-point lead. Still time for Queensland, but the task will be made just that little bit tougher. Southwell adds 2 points. 14-point lead now for the Blues. Now, game 2 of the 2025 Ampol Women's State of Origin Series returns to Allianz Stadium in Sydney in 2 weeks' time. That's Thursday, May 15. Secure your seats at nrl.com/tickets. Ampol Women's State of Origin. There's nothing like it. Get along. It'll be a terrific night.
Well, State of Origin's all about big moments. That last moment, it started off from Jess Surgis taking that one-on-one strip. She changed momentum. New South Wales again, they earned the right. They got the territory and found the points. And again, it's their power game that's going to work. They've got to win that middle third.
Oh, look at her go. Jemima Taufa.
Oh, I'm so glad she's back, Salty.
She's been my favourite player ever since I started following Women's Rugby League. My favourite player.
I tell you, she was always one of my favourite players to play with too, Gus. She has an absolute heart of gold.
She has let us down, though, tonight. Because she hasn't opened up yet.
Turn it up.
Usually there's a cut somewhere.
Yeah, she's bleeding from about 4 places. She dead set goes towards Jemima Taufa.
Doesn't she what?
My favourite female player.
Davis to dummy half. Here she is, right on cue. Taufa plays it. Southwell. Oh, this is a test. A big test for Upton. Takes it nicely. Was floating that kick.
She still didn't have enough pressure on her, Salty. And it's something that New South Wales have done very well, given the amount of kick threats that Queensland have. In particular, both halves, Tiana Penatani-Gray and Jessie Southwell, they've been up out of their defensive line, charging at the opposition kickers, and Jessie Southwell just has that extra second or so to execute her kicking game. It's a very important part of Origin footy.
Teitzel. 5 short of halfway. Now Hollyman to Aiken. Looked out the back, but it's Lafipa. Quick hands there, Upton. Now Aiken, she loves this situation, but here come the cavalry for New South Wales, and Taryn Aiken will play it on the last. Brown. Upton. Upton kicks. Frezard underneath it, takes it. Thought about a pass there to Church, but takes the tackle of Papali'i. Here's Church out of dummy half.
Just got to keep their wits about them, the Blues girls. We can't just sit back and protect this lead. Starting to bunch a little bit, New South Wales. Fatigue setting in. A little bit of clock watching, scoreboard watching. Hoping the clock goes faster.
Lovely offload there from Kelly to Frezard.
They're doing a good job, Queensland, on the outside backs of New South Wales. It's where a lot of that forward momentum comes from early on in their sets when that fatigue comes in, like Gus was speaking about.
9.5 remaining. They'll kick from deep inside their own half here, New South Wales. Looking for a 40-30 though is Southwell. It's a terrific kick. Robinson did well in the end. Did very well, in fact. It could have got away from her. Links up with Upton. Upton goes to Sisolka. Sisolka plays it. Teitzel. 10 short of halfway. Queensland need to start throwing caution to the wind here. 9 minutes remaining.
Well, I can't remember them getting the ball into the Westpac red zone this second half. They've been kept at arm's length by the Blues with their kicking game and their chase.
Brown. Now, Aiken with a dummy. Not fallen for. Terrific tackle, Davis.
Well, that's 2 Roosters teammates in Olivia Kernick and Keely Davis. They know that Taryn Aiken likes taking that line on.
Church did really well there.
She did well, but so too Tamika Upton. She knows the importance of that kick chase and pin New South Wales down.
Frezard, 2 tries tonight for the New South Wales debutant.
Just 8 minutes to go.
Scoreboard and clock against Queensland.
It comes down to a numbers game now. Get through your sets of 6, kick to the other end of the field. Good chase, great tackle, great tackle. Isabel Kelly.
What a class has been Isabel Kelly, and has been so for the best part of a decade, and this time it's Clydesdale in there along with Kelly with some more terrific defence.
The Blues kick chase and their defence around the middle has been terrific tonight. Look at this, they've pressured them into an error. They've been relentless, the Blues. This second half has been stunning. They were good in the first half, but Queensland kept bouncing back. The second half, they've just blotted Queensland out of it. They've totally dominated this second stanza. Relentless pressure. And pressure can force errors.
They went back to their strengths, Gus, their kicking game, their power game. And I think another part of this football game that's played out is just the fitness. Obviously, that's brought into the contest when you do pin the opposition down and you do force them to make more tackles and more errors, and that comes off the back of that. But the New South Wales women, given both these sides haven't played any footy, gosh, both sides are putting a lot of work.
They can ram it home here, New South Wales. Church. Good run. Abby Church. She plays it 5 away. Johnston. Oh, what about this? From Ellie Johnston. She can't, can she? She can. No, held up.
Held up.
Oh, so close to a double.
Up there for 3. Tackle 3.
Get out of my way.
On the line.
That was powerful.
3, time on.
Southwell. What a night she's had. Oh, great footwork. Church for the line.
For the line,
Gets it down. Thought she was short. Planted the ball right on the goal line. Party time for New South Wales.
Yeah, and again, Jessie Southwell. Some of her ball playing tonight has been exquisite. Really classy. A little bit of a hold up here and a double pump. Harvey Norman replay. Look at this. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. Coming through. I really had Queensland on the back foot here, and out to this left-hand side again. Southwell to the line. Double pump. Show. Hold up. Beautifully timed pass. That's just brilliant work from the young halfback. She's had a stellar game tonight. Well supported by her teammates and well supported by this defensive effort from the Blues. I saw a video leading up to this Origin tonight, New South Wales training session, and John Strange during a defensive workout was saying we're not just chasing tackles, we're chasing wins. There has to be a win in every collision. And you can see that in their effort tonight. Every tackle, every collision, New South Wales is trying to win the back end of the tackle all the time. Second half has been completely dominant.
Even the movement off the ball, Gus, you see Yasmin Clydesdale, Isabel Kelly, they're not just running those lines for fun, they're committing defenders. They ran those lines, the moving options off the ball. Jessie Southwell, she has made this game her own from the first set of 6. She's orchestrated her teammates to run where she wants them to go, tells them when she wants them to do it, and she's just picking the most beautiful options to turn it into points.
Southwell guides that one straight between the posts. Now coming up on Friday Night Footy, live and free for Magic Round, the Roosters take on the Dolphins. Can the Roosters back up their Anzac performance, or will the Dolphins set fire to the cauldron? Don't miss it tomorrow night at 7:30, live and free on 9 and 9 now. What a game we are in for tomorrow night.
Stay on side. Wait, Romy.
There's Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, proud Queenslander, but also the partner of Jamie Chapman. There you go. Oh, what a great shot. Oh, lovely late pass, and here goes Kelly down the touchline. Frezard in a dummy half. What a half of football this has been by New South Wales as we enter the last 4 minutes. Origin 2's in 2 weeks' time, and here goes Penatani Gray, has support, and they couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, probably tried to make that a little bit too elaborate.
Knock on.
Simple 2-on-1 at the back end there produces another try.
Tamika Ruttman having a bit slow getting up there too, holding her ankle.
The one-handed pass just didn't find the mark. Well, 40 years ago in State of Origin, the Steve Mortimer-led Blues won their first ever Origin series, 3-game series against Queensland. Now the New South Wales Blues women have never won a series.
Okay.
So it could be 40 years later in 2025. Winning this first game is a big step towards winning their first ever series. David Middleton came up with that, I must admit. Only he would think of something like that.
The scenes of the great turvy Steve Mortimer on his knees in the SCG. Down to you, Lockie.
Well, last year New South Wales won game 1 too. Us, we'll be back.
They're just different Queenslanders, aren't they? I mean, they're just different. They're different sort of people. They've always got to have the last say.
Middle clock's on.
They just can't let it rest.
Flick in.
That's a big task for Queensland, though, to get back in the series because the next 2 games are in New South Wales. Allianz Stadium in a fortnight. NRL.com/tickets. We'll be there exclusive, live and free on 9. And then it could be a celebration for New South Wales or a series decider in Newcastle.
Long way to go.
90 seconds left here tonight, though. Another terrific performance by Kelly. One of the most decorated players in the women's game, Isabel Kelly. Cherrington. Talk about an impact off the bench. She's been magnificent, although in saying that, here's a late error.
They're down to the last minute. This will be very, very rewarding for these Blues girls. They've been in camp for some time with their new coach, John Strange.
We're on tackle 2. On-field decision is knock on New South Wales.
And they've been absolutely meticulous in their execution.
There's a captain's challenge.
Adding to the strength of the win is the fact that they've beaten a great Queensland side to do it. Queensland side fought so hard in the first 40 minutes. And it's not as though they've been overrun. They've kept trying all the way. They've just been dominated. I don't know that Queensland has played the ball in the Westpac red zone the whole second half.
Just need to see if possession is ever lost here. The ball is dislodged on contact and then hits the Queensland forearm. This is a knock on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
All right, so unsuccessful challenge.
Scrum Queensland. Up here.
Queensland will have the scrum feed. Gus, just a point on these players, for many of them, apart from those that went to Las Vegas, it's their first game for the year. But the performance of those on debut tonight who haven't experienced an Origin before and are coming in colds, the likes of Abby Church, Jamie Frezard have been magnificent.
Yeah, it's incredible. I mean, the standard of this game is incredible. It's just it's another level again on what we've seen in the past. And for these girls to prepare themselves just in simulated training, the way they have both sides, and produce a quality of game like this, it speaks volumes for them, their dedication, the coaching. It's really great. It's getting better and better, the women's game.
Good. It's off the feet there of Church. New South Wales able
Comes
to clean
off
up.
Foot into a player in front. Hits the leg of the player in front. Accidental offside.
Accidental offside
Scrum
is the ruling
Queensland.
here from Belinda Sharp with 30 seconds left and counting.
Clock's on.
Credit to everyone involved, both sides.
If you want time off, you got to pack in. Shot clock still runs. Stay in
Clock
position.
stops with 17 seconds left. Highly entertaining night.
It's in. It's in.
Well, great way to start the big weekend. Back tomorrow nights with the men's games. 8 NRL clashes, all here at Suncorp Stadium over the weekend. 3 big games on Channel 9.
Queensland do finally get down to this Westpac red zone. Brigginshaw out the back. Lefippo. Now Alliston. Alliston will be tackled. And off the back of a near perfect second half, New South Wales go on to record a record win for the Blues. They win by 20 and take first blood in the 2025 Women's State of Origin Series. Full time at Suncorp Stadium. New South Wales 32 have beaten Queensland 12.